Hello and welcome to the latest Lukozer PC game review video. And for this one it is Overlord 2. I've already done the first Overlord game with the expansion tied to it. And as the next Overlord game is coming out on Tuesday, indeed I've already got it preloaded, and despite that I can't remember the fucking name of it. But anyway, because of that I thought I would do the review of Overlord 2. This review is somewhat long overdue. I was meant to do this a while ago, and for some reason or other I just never got around to it. So on the main screen here, that is your new lair, which as you can see is now underground. It's not in a tower. So let's continue our current game. Here we are in our tower, which covers a fair sized area actually. We can have a look around. We'll head to where all the minion hives are located, which are actually in another part of the underworld. At this stage of the game I've only got two of the hives. I've got the browns, obviously, because you start with them, and the reds. Now the reds I've only just got.
There are still more minion upgrades to collect, sire.
Yeah, I haven't upgraded any of my minions yet.
Well, the place is a little less drafty without reds back. They have a powerful ranged attack, sire, and also absorb fire.
So now we can actually check out each individual minion. I can't for the life of me think of a good reason as to why you would want to do it, but you can. And if you have a specific minion that you have lost, say for example he was very high ranking, or very high level I should say, or he had a particular weapon, then you can come here and you can resurrect them. I've lost quite a few.
Do not fear, Master. The newly spawned will be sacrificed.
Okay, so I haven't lost as many as I thought then.
Minions will happily die for their master, several times if necessary.
So to resurrect this particular one, who is level 4, he's the highest level I've lost, you would have to sacrifice 8 of your current minions here, so it would mean I would have 205 left. To be honest, okay, it's a new feature, but it's not really an important one. I've completed this game several times, and I don't think I've ever used it. So let's head back to the main tower. Alright, now we can go here, which is where we head off to get, or to check our weapons and armour and what have you, or to have them forged, or to have them stored away, or anything like that. You can only do it once you've found the red minions, because they're fire.
Powered up the forge. Giblet is practically vibrating with excitement already.
Yeah, there you go.
Forge stones on your travels will allow you to forge more items, sire. Now, let's see what Giblet has for you.
Right, well, you just heard him explain it all. You can collect these forge stores, forge stones.
Keep armory stocked, master. You never know what you might have to bash.
These ones that I can do at the moment, some of them are
Minions will have
useful.
to sacrifice themselves to the forge.
And some are anything but useful. Now I can afford some of them, but the ones that I can get at the moment aren't really worth it. And unlike the first one, the resources are now fixed, including the number of minions that are required to be sacrificed, which I much prefer. In the first Overlord, you were almost having to like guess which minions to or how many minions to sacrifice, and it was a bit of a waste of time, to be honest. I have a feeling this area I haven't found any minion upgrades yet, so it's not going to let me do it. Oh no, this is, I think that's the tower. Okay, no, so that's upgrading the yeah, that is upgrading the minions. So I'm going to upgrade the browns to level 1 or the reds to level 1. At the moment, it's not important. And this is where you store the armour, weapons and what have you that you're not using. So at the moment, I don't have any additional weapons, armour or anything like that. I just have my box standard one. In this particular game, I don't usually bother forging any additional armour or the helmet or the weapon until I can get the very best, because it's, well, it's simply not worth bothering with. Besides which, I don't find this game that tough to begin with. I mean, the difficulty level does skyrocket after a while, but to start with it's not too bad. So now we're in the upper chamber. If you have a mistress, this is where they will be. As you can see, everything up here is still being constructed. Now it is actually worth exploring these areas because you will find dark crystals laying around. I've already been up here a couple of times, so I think I found them all. But yeah, finding those things are pretty handy. You need them when you are doing things like forging weapons or upgrading your minions or whatever. So that's a look around the tower. Now, to actually head to any of the realms, we need to head to the throne.
I remember when I was a young...
Now, at the moment, I'm rather limited. All I can do is conquer Nordberg town, and to do that, I have to investigate the dig site, find a way to get into the town, and that is it. Everything else I've already done. So let's teleport there. Now, as you can see, graphically the game is an improvement over the first one. In terms of gameplay, it's pretty much exactly the same. There isn't a great deal that's been changed. So this is Nordberg town, which is actually where you start. The introduction is actually quite well done. You start off as a sort of young kid, and we need to get into here. Of course we can't yet. The doors are shut, and bashing them with your weapon doesn't do anything. But these tracks lead us to...
I wonder where those tracks lead.
the dig site that we were told to investigate. Now here is also something to check out. Notice that thing that looks like a gargoyle or whatever hidden in amongst all that rubble. If I collect that, I can then increase the number of minions I can take with me. Now, as with the first game, you smash things and it reveals like weapons. Your minions can pick them up and it will upgrade them. Not a huge amount, but it does upgrade them. So what we need to do...
Expect your reds and those explosive barrels will get on like a house on fire. Or a soldier on fire.
is I think right, we'll need to get past these soldiers. Now these soldiers work for the Empire.
Reds!
And they are, to me anyway, clearly based on the Roman soldiers from the Asterix cartoons. Let's see if we can... this is what I did before. It doesn't look like it's doing anything now. Yeah, too well shielded.
You choose all! Reds!
Alright, looks like we need to blast away past this barrier. There we go. That's how you do that. Now, if memory serves, those soldiers there from the Empire will follow me as I head out here.
A slathering wolf looking at you like you're a giant hare can cause the most fearless of creatures to run for the hills. Mount up your browns. All reds. Browns.
Alright, so the browns, well, not all of the browns have a that they can ride, and you'll notice there the soldiers that I showed you earlier have returned.
Now sweep in your wolves. Now minions. Brown, reds, browns.
Now, it's saying to sweep in the walls. Now, does that mean that they can attack these lot? Yes, it looks like it is saying that. So, there you go. You can see the Asterix-like no effect on the Imperial soldiers or soldiers of the Empire. They run around and panic and everything else, and they're all generally extremely stupid. Just like the Roman soldiers are in the Asterix cartoons. So in their case, none of those upgrades are worth anything. Okay, that's not those same soldiers. Alright, well, let's carry on this way, see what we can find. I don't know if I want to actually head out of here yet. Except I'm having a bit of trouble getting past them.
Minions!
Jump on the bloody
Picking on red ground, Minion! Mouse! Minion!
it's saying, yeah, it was saying that I only had
Mouse! Minions!
not letting me actually get on to some of them. Yeah, they're jumping off straight away. It must mean they're too close to that area. That's a fucking pain in the arse. So I fucked up a bit there, I think.
Red, brown, mouse, minion.
Right, well we can jump on that one, so at least we've got one more. But we don't have as many as I wanted. Right, let's try and clear out this area if we can. Well, hang on, no, that's fuck up.
Red, brown, mouse. Taking position. Oh, yes.
Really, what you want to be doing here is attacking the commander first. But that's easier said than done. Sounds like I'm losing some of my minions. Yes, I am. Alright, and now they're finally starting to panic after I've lost a hell of a lot. So let's target the commander. Send everyone up there to go and sort him out. Done. So I'll grab the treasure, grab the upgrades, grab the health potion, like finish this tunnel. Alright, there we go. Get the extra life force. Now, let's get back some of the minions I've lost.
Minions! Brown!
So I've still got all my reds, it's only the browns that I've lost.
Red minions!
Hang on a minute, that cave is showing that there are wolves in there.
You'll be my friend.
Right. So, well, I've got a few more.
Brown, mouse, minions. Red. Oh.
Now I need to be able to actually get into that section there, and I can't remember how to do it. Not off the top of my head anyway.
Mounts.
Right, so I think we send them through there, have them jump over there, and then grab hold of that, which opens that trailer.
It's there.
And then I think they will then cause it to explode. And now we can get in there. We need to be a bit careful here. We don't want them accidentally setting fire to these barrels. tense. Now, where's the commander of those soldiers? There he is. What can I do against him? Oh, a lot, actually. Oh, maybe if I set fire to him, then that will work better than I thought. Yeah, it has. Now, the trouble is, the gold and that he has just left up there, I'm not going to be able to get to it. Well, the life force I certainly won't be able to get to. I don't know about... I might be able to get to the gold. Well, get back here. I thought they were going to fucking blow that up for a moment. Right, it looks like the next thing I need to do then is... Right, firstly, get up here. So compared to the first Overlord game, there is a little more puzzle solving. Not a huge amount more, but you know, there is some more. Looks like I've actually opened the gate somewhere. I don't know if that, no, I say that hasn't opened the gate into North Point. What I need to do is, first of all, get out of the range of those fucking archers. Whoa, no, don't want the reds. Now, there you saw briefly an issue. I let go of the controls to sweep those, but it was still doing it. Right, we need to send the mounds up here.
Find your way up to those archers.
There we go. Now, I say archers are relatively weak. It shouldn't be too difficult getting them. Now, there are also some extra bits up there that I want collected. Yeah, there we go. Right, now they'll come back. Now, this cart will be pushed. Let's send right, now if we get it into the right position and then stop, bollocks, I think it's gone too far. Well, let's give it a try. It doesn't work. Okay, it looks like it has to be pushed all the way down first before I can do anything. More bloody archers. Right, before they are killed. They're gonna destroy that fucking right.
Browns, reds.
They're just out of range. Alright, let's go and get the other cart, because another cart appears. There it is.
Browns.
That may be in range. Right, let's get out of here quick. I think I killed 1 minion. Yep. Alright, hopefully they will be able to get that to the minion or the Netherworld gate. Yep, looks like they will. Good, good.
You can control a larger minion horde, sire. Now don't let the power go to your head. Oh!
Right, so I've got 10 reds and 15 browns. Right.
Now, minions!
Can't reach them. That was stupid. I wonder if this will work. Using the ballista.
See if you can skewer several soldiers at once, sire.
Bloody thing takes an age to turn round. There we go. That's the lot. Right. Certainly made that handy, or made that easier, I should say. Right. So now this will make getting into Nordberg easier. Nordberg, say, is the town where you come from. This is where you are discovered. And there it goes, and crashes into the gate. Almost.
Now, minions!
Select it. Right.
You know what to do, sire. First, crush the formation, then crush the town.
There we go. So, the way to Nordberg is now open. But the first things we need to do is get in here and spend a fucking age. This is the one thing I don't like about these new some of these new features haven't been very well implemented. So the control of something like, for example, this ballista isn't that great. But with the Empire now, or the Empire troops now starting to panic, That's it. Alright, now we can now we should have an easier time killing them all. Which is what this is all about. Ah, bollocks, there's more archers up there which I forgot about. Fucking answers now, there they are. My aim with this fucking thing is not that great. Okay, that's a 2. That's the lot, right. Now we can get out of here and start killing people again. And I'll get some healing, which I bloody need. Ah, more fucking archers over here. Right, that's those archers dealt with. Now, the regular people you can deal with in a minute. But at the moment I'm more interested in taking care of any more soldiers that are still hanging around. One there. Another one there. There's no point actually enslaving or killing any of the villagers yet, not until you've actually taken over Nordberg town itself. Right, so obviously I can't go any further that way, so looks like we'll have to go this way. Oh, that fire doesn't do your minions many favours. The trouble is I now can't remember which way I'm meant to go. Because it's been a while since I've played this. Hang on, I know what to do. Alright. That's those fireworks that he's dealt with. Well, anyway, you're now getting a pretty good idea of you know what Overlord is all about, or should I say Overlord II, what that's all about. It is pretty much more of the same after the first Overlord, which is, you know, certainly not a bad thing. I mean, the first Overlord game was fantastic. So, you know, the fact that this is carrying on with the same sort of game is hardly a bad thing. I say, in terms of sound, it's pretty much more the same. There hasn't been that much new added to it. In terms of gameplay, again, there are a few like general tweaks to it, a few new features such as me using that baluster earlier. Later on there are so yeah, so there are some things you can do, such as yeah, the baluster that I control. Later on, you can take control of ships, and
Minions!
other things that come a little bit later on than that, well, you've seen that the brown minions can also ride walls. When they do that, they are a bit faster and a bit stronger.
You've spoilt my midwinter's eve. Well, we'll see what Empress Hilarious has to say about this.
So he's run off.
Marius, my brother! Where did you suddenly come from?
Empress Hilarious is very concerned, brother, that you allowed Nordberg to be most violently raided by a magical barbarian.
The situation is under control, Marius. My men are rooting out the source.
Well, they better had do. You were sent here to prove yourself as a governor, and show you've got a backbone beneath that blubber.
He hasn't. It's blubber all the way through.
That is someone who you recognise from the
There's a new breed of evil in town.
from the intro.
Statues. Show these peasants how an overlord does things.
So that shouldn't be too difficult.
You think that's imposing?
Oh, yes, I'd say so.
I'll leave them for now. Let's just see what's
I
in there.
impose like that, you know, back in the day.
Right, no more upgrades, but you can push that off the edge. Which destroys that barrier that was stopping us from getting anywhere. I don't think I can actually get to the, yeah, I can't get to the lift there, so I've now got to go back. So the soldiers here are not that tricky. Now, as well as being able to send in the minions to do all your fighting for you, and of course you being able to use your well, axe at the moment, there are other things you can do. You do have magical spells. It wouldn't be a role-playing game if you didn't have the ability to cast magic spells. I mean, okay, this isn't exactly a role-playing game, right? It's a fantasy setting. Right, so now we head over the bridge that was blocked.
The Emperor isn't going to be happy about this.
Crush him! Crush him! It's almost time for my lunchtime bath!
Honestly, Boreas, I thought you could handle governorship of one tiny town.
This is my town, and I am not at home to demons.
Stop him from constantly launching that. There you go.
You choose all.
He does eventually drop dead. Just to make sure of it. There you go. Now, I can't remember whereabouts I have to go next. Around here. And it looks like he's sealed in. Ah, bollocks. Fucking archers. So which way do we go now? I can't bloody remember. I think that was the right way, it's just that those archers are making things bloody awkward. What makes it even more awkward is the fact that I can't see them. Oh, they're in a fucking ballista. I'm now down to just 19 minions. I can't see how to, I think I've just got to run for it. Also nearly dead, I've noticed.
Who sent me here, weren't you?
I don't know what you mean, Boreas.
You did, just because you knew Solarius favored me.
You blubbery fool! No wonder Mama left.
Don't you bring Mama into this. That's it. I'm not speaking to you.
Fine.
Fine.
Right. So we are thankfully almost there. We've got to get them over there. Push that. And that lands right on top of him.
Which boy? Which boy? Is it really you? You came back! Get me out of here, before he makes me start scrubbing again.
Alright, now I'm in a bit of a bad way here.
What? How dare you! You have insulted the Emperor and my family. This will not go unpunished. Mark my words.
Considering the Empire condemns magic, that looked awfully magical to me.
Get me out of here, slave! Get me out at once!
Yeah. That's an awful lot of life force there for Browns. Hopefully some of these barriers, or these barrels rather, will have health potions somewhere. Okay, that means I'm to occupy Nordberg Town Hall. I need to give up 50 brown minions. That's easy enough, so here we go.
You know, I want to see bits of the world that aren't covered in snow. How about you and I get reacquainted? Perfect!
Think we can steal his shoes? I was once crushed by a big statue, you know, back in the day. Not completely, obviously.
I think that's us now taken back to, the tower.
At last, you have a dark tower truly worthy of you, Master.
So this is your place, huh? Well, it certainly beats Nordberg. It's warm for a start. I'm not sure about this thing, though. What is it? Some kind of walnut with ears?
Perhaps you and your new mistress should visit the private quarters.
Great. I'm going to see where my fur rugs and hunting souvenirs will go. I shall meet you up there, witch boy.
I suggest using some of that gold of yours to buy her a few delightful knickknacks for the private quarters. Ladies like knickknacks.
I have to say,
Besides, sire, no one needs to come home from a hard day smiting things to an angry mistress.
I have to say that,
Overlord!
okay, yeah, she's a redhead, so that's my type, but that accent, I don't know if it's Bristolian or if it's Somerset or Devon, but it's certainly West Country. It is not an attractive accent at all.
Hello, witch boy. Come and see what I've done with the place. I've put some of your little friends to work. They're strong and seem to be able to think and move at the same time, which puts them well above the average Nordbergian. The place is becoming a little more fitting now. People should think dark, evil Overlord, rather than cave troll. Still needs work, though. I've sketched out a few upgrades, but you'll need to dig into your pockets a little. A bed would be a good start. Make me feel a little more relaxed. You don't snore, do you?
Right, so now it's time to try and upgrade the tower a bit, if I can find the right area. Anyway, you've seen plenty of the game, so on with the actual review part.
That'll go well in here.
How much were they again? I didn't see. Oh, fuck it.
I approve. You couldn't get one of those in Nordberg.
There's obviously not a lot of customising that can actually be done at the moment. Anyway, so gameplay wise, it still plays very similarly to the first Overlord game, which as far as I'm concerned is perfectly fine. It's I like the way the game is played, and the storyline is extremely well done. It has the same humour as the first one, but if anything it has even more of it, which again I am a big fan of. Graphically it is an improvement over the first one in every department. The Overlord looks better, the minions look better, the whole locations, they all look a lot better. So yeah, graphically it's a big improvement. Sound wise, there's not been a huge amount of changes, some new bits of music, but otherwise it's all pretty much the same as it was in the first one, which is no big deal because the sounds in the first one were fine, so why bother changing them when it's not needed. The difficulty level is quite well set. It eases you in sort of gently. That difficulty level though soon goes up and up and up, and you'll sooner rather than later come across some extremely tough enemies. Then yes, there are the new features, which I mean there's not a huge amount of them, but what there are well done. There's, as I showed you, the brown minions can ride walls. The red minions can ride these sort of salamander lizard creatures once you've got them. I don't have them yet. The greens, I don't even have the green minions yet, but they can ride spiders. And the blue minions, which you don't actually get until quite late on in the game, they don't actually have any mounts, but their ability to swim is quite useful. In not only that, their ability to resurrect fallen minions is particularly useful, especially in late levels where you start losing minions fucking fast. So yeah, they are all well done, and you know, and when it comes to any aspect of the game, again, it's well done. It's a phrase that I would use to describe pretty much every part of it. Another area of the game that's wasn't in the first one, is new here, is that occasionally you'll find areas where you are able to possess one of the minions that you have with you. Now, they are rather conveniently placed, because of course they only appear where you know, being able to do that is absolutely necessary. So yeah, it's a feature. Well, again, the feature's well implemented. It's not a feature I'm a big fan of. I'm sure there are, well, I know there are other areas that I much prefer, and I would have liked to have seen a different implementation rather than using, you know, yeah, possession of a minion. But oh well, I mean, it's in there, it works. I can't complain too vociferously about it. There are also a lot more bosses. There is a giant spider who is a serious pain in the arse to defeat. It took me quite a while to figure out how to do it, and I must admit I'm not looking forward to doing that part again, because I've forgotten how to do it. I'm sure it will come to me when I see it, but yeah, at the moment I just can't remember at all. Other bosses, I see a lot of the bosses are there to basically act like the means to get hold of the
There's
particular...
something around here I can hunt. How fast does Nal run?
They're usually the means for getting the rides for your minions. So you'll find this giant salamander. Once you've killed that, all the little salamanders follow you around and will, you know, do what you want. Then, yeah, say the giant spider means that your green minions can then ride her baby spiders, and so on and so on. That is the area where your magic is stored. I don't have very much of it. I don't really use magic very much in this game. In fact, I don't think I use it at all, unless I get to stages where I have to. One area where the game does get a bit repetitive is when you reach the stage that I'm at now, where you've taken over a town. You have to either, well, I say you have to, you don't have to, but it's worth doing, even if it is a bit tedious, and that is to either slaughter or enslave the entire population. And to do that, you have to be able to, well, either slaughter or enslave all 200 of them. And that can take a hell of a long time, especially in Nordberg, because there are some areas that can't be accessed unless you have the green minions, and then later on can't be accessed unless you have the blue minions. So you're constantly having to go back there to finish enslaving the population or whatever. I always enslave them. When you enslave the population, they start doing things for you. They'll make upgrades for upgraded weapons and armor for your minions, or they'll provide more life force for, well, all of them, not just the browns. The reds, greens and blues get additional life force as well. So it is quite a long game. There is quite a lot to do in it, which makes a welcome change, because all too often these days you'll get what's considered a campaign and then find 20 hours and it's over. So yeah, I'm rather glad that there is a fair amount to do in this. So with everything everything taken into account, the negative sides are I'm not a big fan of the minion possession ability, and I'm not a big fan of the rather repetitive aspect of either enslaving or slaughtering the population of each of the towns you control. I'd give this I'd give it 8.5 out of 10, because despite those issues the game is still great. It's it's enjoyable to play, which makes it stand out amongst a lot of modern games that are no fun at all, such as Elite Dangerous. And yeah, I like the humour in it. There's a lot of humour there. Sometimes it's a bit shit, but most of the time it is extremely well done. And yeah, all in all, it's a decent game and well worth getting. These days you can pick it up for, well, it's nearly always in Steam sales. There's no reason to pay more than £5 for it, and for £5 it's a fucking bargain. If you are a fan of the first one and don't have this, then I can't for the life of me figure out why not. If you weren't keen on the first one, then, well, you'll almost certainly won't be keen on this. If you thought the first one was okay but it didn't really grab you, this one probably will, because the changes, although they are small, they are significant, and I think that if you thought the first one was okay, then you'll certainly like this one. I think both are brilliant, but I do think Overlord 2 just edges it, even though there's not quite as many revolutionary new features in it as I would have hoped for. So there you go, that's Overlord 2, 8.5 out of 10. Good stuff, well worth getting. So that brings this review to an end, and we shall see you in the next one.